Yo, thank you for taking, time out of your busy schedule. We already know, man, it's Hype City, your boy Jersey Glitz. I'm sitting here with my man, DYL. Y'all know him from the hit, the Jordan Belfort joint, you know what I mean? Which is picking up steam now again, which is
Yes, sir.
crazy.
Yeah, that's right. You saw that. Yo, appreciate it. It's your boy Dill. Yeah, so it's picking up steam on TikTok recently. With all
Right.
this drama that's going on with Wall Street and Robinhood, the Jordan Belfort song's making a little bit of a comeback. Putting some people on my new album, Crypto Rich. So all that. I mean, it's really coming together. So it's. I've been working on all this for a long time. So it's good to see some things happening.
Right, right. Now, you know, uh, was that crazy to see your song pick back up again? Because what you dropped is what 2015, right?
Yeah,
Jordan.
that's right. I mean, the songs always remain popular. Like that's one thing about the song. I think because it's connected to this whole idea of a really popular movie. It was inspired by the Wolf of Wall Street movie. So a lot of people don't know. People ask me, did you make it before the movie or after the movie? It was actually inspired by the movie. So we saw the movie and then we made the song about it, and it blew up.
Right.
And I think it's really like a timeless story and movie. So it's stayed a big song. But yeah, recently I just posted on showing on TikTok because recently the song has been making a bit of a comeback. So you see the streams have been going up, and that's just a combination of all the stuff that's going on with stocks and everyone going back to school for
Right.
frats and sororities. It's a real popular college song. So every time
Mm-hmm.
when people are going back to class, right? Like classes just started for colleges, so that's another thing that boosts up the streams on Spotify. But that's true for all songs as well. So it's good to see some of that action coming in though.
Definitely. Now you say you got your album Crypto Rich.
Yeah, that's right. So I dropped a project called, well, I actually first dropped a project in 2019, and that was
Right.
my first real project, my debut project, which was Crypto Rich. It had 9 songs. And then I started working on my next project, and I decided that it was only right to just make it Crypto Rich Deluxe. So I just dropped the deluxe edition of Crypto Rich. Now we got 19 songs, and that was in December. So I dropped that in December of 2020, right? That
Okay.
was just like last month.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but what's crazy is like Bitcoin was still around like 20,000 when I dropped that. And so then it like went on a big run up to all time highs, like where we are now. So that's really
Right.
exciting to see. Like, I've just been planting the seeds with this crypto rich music for a while. So now I just on the new album, I actually released some song titles. Like I got a song titled Bitcoin, a song title like blockchain. And so now I like
Okay.
some of them are getting like a little bit into like the crypto stuff. So I'm kind of telling my fan base, dropping them a little bit of knowledge, giving them a little bit of game about like different cryptos and stuff.
Oh, that's dope, man. And you're signed to Atlantic, right?
Nah, so I did a independent song deal with Atlantic with Jordan Belfort, but we remain independent. So everything I release other than Jordan Belfort is 100% independent. So I own all my masters and everything right now. Um,
Dope, dope. That's a good move right there for
Yeah,
real.
100%. I had quite the experience with Jordan Belfort. Like we really went on a good run. We were young at the time. So when we made Jordan Belfort, we were like 18, 19 years old. And
Right.
then the song actually took, what people don't know is the song actually took a couple of years to blow up. So we just put it on SoundCloud. And then it was on SoundCloud for over a year and a half before it started to gain some steam on SoundCloud. And this is just organically. And this was back in like 2016. So
Mm-hmm.
also at this time, like even, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, right? It's like 5 years ago. But people don't realize that like SoundCloud was new, Spotify was new, even YouTube was like still kind of new. And we were still transitioning over from streaming to streaming, right?
Through
So
streaming, yeah.
even back in 2015, 2016, we were selling a lot of Jordan Belfort digital downloads, like 99 cents on iTunes.
Hmm.
So that's where it first started. But then, and at the time, like it quickly was transitioning into streaming. So we took this deal with Atlantic. But yeah, it was like a good learning experience. I really learned about a record label. The main thing they can provide for you is capital. Like they don't really provide that much in terms of artist development and stuff. Or
Yeah.
they didn't for me at least. But what's good is I was able to stay independent and release my projects myself. And so yeah, it's kind of come full circle. I ended up taking some time off from music, but then coming back in 2019, and I've
Okay.
been going hard since then. So yeah, it was quite the experience. So after we dropped Jordan Belfort, we did the deal with Atlantic. We did over 50 shows all around the U.S. colleges and universities. Um,
Dope.
yeah, there's footage of all that like on my YouTube. I've got vlogs and stuff like that.
Okay. Now I want to ask you this question since you dealt with the record labels and all that.
Yeah.
What is the best thing about being signed, and what is the worst thing about being signed?
Yeah, well, I think in some ways my experience was a little bit different than other artists in some sense but I'll just talk about like my experience, right? Because
Right, right, right.
I don't have to deal with that side of like I was never signed where I like couldn't work with
You had
someone who I wanted to work with, right? I was
right.
always independent, but I'll talk about like the positives and negatives about working with a record label. So I would say let's start with the positives. Like the positives is that if you have a big record, work by working with like let's say you have a record that's already starting to trend, it's already starting to get some steam. A record label can probably help you take that to the next level, right? So sometimes it's good to have a record label to take something that's already good and make it a lot better, right?
Better. Right, right.
Another thing that you can do by working with a record label, and this is the main thing they provide, is money, right? So when you work with a record label, the main thing you're trying to do is get funding for your project, right? And so
Hmm.
that funding goes to a lot of different things, but you need to think about it like this as an artist, right? Every project you got to fund studio time, possibly, right? Or maybe you want to fund some new studio equipment so you can record yourself. That's what I do. But you got
Right.
to use a combination of all these things. So you got to fund studio time. You got to fund your own expenses, right? You got to fund your marketing. You got to fund, let's say you got to fund photo shoots and different stuff you got to do for Instagram, right? That's all part of marketing. So that's what a record label is providing you, the capital to do the different things you need to do to promote your music. So when that's what you need, I think it's good to work with a record label. Um, and I think that one thing you see with record labels, and this is sort of getting a little more into the negative, is they kind of overpromise and under deliver. Like so a
Sell your
lot of
dreams.
yeah, right. They sell you dreams. I mean that's just it. That's and like I understand though, like you got to just be smart about it, right? As the artist, like if you know what you're getting into, sometimes working with a record label is the right move. Like if because you know what, like sometimes you need to get that check to get out of the situation you're in, and like everyone's
Definitely.
in a different situation. So and that's sort of what happened with Jordan Belfort. Like we did take that check and it got us in the door in the music industry and stuff. And it put me in a position to like now I can kind of see over the horizon and like see that mountain off in the distance. And it's like all I got to do is just chill on my own stuff and wait.
Right.
Right? And just kind of finesse and move and then that way I can actually have all ownership of all my music and kind of reap the benefits long term. So there's positive and negatives about working with the record label. You just got to be aware of exactly what's in your contract, like get a good lawyer, all that stuff, because it's really important. You can't skip over just like being well positioned and taking care of yourself and having a good team, right? That's what it comes down to as well.
Hmm.
Have a good team. So yeah, but another thing, just to also say about record labels is I see a lot of new artists, right? They're looking for a record deal like right away. And I think that you have to just, as a new artist, you should focus on making a lot of music. A record deal is something that that you get farther down the line. I mean, there's different ways to do it, right? Some artists, maybe you get a record deal off a few tracks and that works out for you. That can be great.
Right.
But the thing is, if you take a record deal too early, it can often get you in this negative situation, right? Like you're
Definitely. Definitely.
so if it's like your local studio or your local record label and they want to offer you a record deal, just make sure that you're creating a situation that's good for both of you. So you don't want to do anything where you're too locked up. You want to keep your independence as an artist. But it's always good to find people who can help you and build your team out. So those are just like some of the tips you can keep in mind when working with a label.
Definitely. You gave him some gems on that, man, because you're a person to ask because you done seen both of these sides. So
Oh, I've seen it, man, and you know what? Like, I think that it's tough because you never really know how far a record's gonna go. And when you work with a label, sometimes they can put you in a better situation. So you just have to decide for yourself. But if you can wait it out, then you can just live the life you're living and just hold on to your music and own all your masters and figure out your own methods of marketing and everything like that. I think that's the better term, the better move long term. So that's what I do.
definitely. Now, back to your album real quick. Crypto Rich 2. What like what was some of the you got features on there?
So there's a couple features on it, but they were all from the original Crypto Rich. It's
Okay,
mostly.
okay. So you just gave a couple new joints on there.
Yeah, that's right. It's mostly just my homies. So we got Wes Walker on it from Jordan Belfort, of course. We
Okay.
got my homie Cuss Pack. We got my homie Bex. We got some featured producers. We got Cash Money AP on production
Okay.
tracks. We got Chrisio on production. He's a dope producer as well. We got Matty Beats on production. He's actually popping off on TikTok lately. So he's like a up and coming. You know how on TikTok stuff blows
Yeah,
up
yeah.
fast, man. So,
Quick.
but anyway, he's from Philly and he just exploded from like 10,000 to like 200,000 on TikTok. So that's dope. I've been working with him for a while, so it's good to see some of my homies.
Hey,
Like
get they flowers right now.
yeah. I mean, it's tough. You gotta find a way. I think a lot of people are making it happen with TikTok.
Definitely. Now, look, we asked this question that, everybody that we interview, it's a little like hypothetical question. Um, you know, with everything going on, it's a pandemic, it's crazy out here. Just say, you in Philly and the internet goes down and there's one record store left. And you're like, man, and they're like, look, we're closing tomorrow for like, who knows how long we might never open up, but you can come in here and grab 3 albums. What 3 albums are you grabbing?
Oh, that's tough. Yo, that's tough. All right, yo, I probably draft. Damn, we're gonna be closed down and everything. I'll probably grab Drake. Take care.
Okay,
That's
okay.
that's a good one. Yo, a little bit of throwback. Get me in my feels.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
what else? Let's see. I would probably grab Nav, one of Nav's albums. I've been listening to Nav
Okay.
lately too. Bad Habits, and then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll grab some Thugger. Maybe we could have So Much Fun. I like his new one, or I'll grab something Young Thug.
Okay.
But yeah, probably So Much Fun too. That'd be the last one.
Dope, dope. Okay. Now, you and Wes Walker, y'all still like cool? Y'all tight? Y'all still making? I mean, you say you was making music. Y'all still making music together? Like everything cool?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that's my homie since like middle school. We actually met in like seventh grade English class. So he's my homie from back in the day. Like we chill all the time. I was just with him last week in the studio. We're working on a new song right now with Flo Rida. That's gonna be real
Oh,
dope.
okay. That's dope.
So
Hey,
yeah,
you making big moves still, man. You still doing your
yeah.
thing out here, bro.
Yo, I mean, I like I said, like I ended up coming back to music as hard as I could when I released my debut album in 2019. So ever
Right.
since then, I've just been networking, just like all over Philly. I mean, I'm always commenting all over different Philadelphia, just constantly networking with people, going to different studios, like everything, just trying to put it all together. So, yeah, I recently launched my merch line. I'm just doing all kinds of power moves. I'm doing everything independently now. So, I'm just really taking control of everything from a business perspective, so that this time I think another thing about whether or not you want to work with a label, and this is important when you're building your team too, right? You don't want to put too much of your like trust in other people to do stuff for you, right? Sometimes you want to be able to do it all yourself, or at least understand everything you're doing. Because like if you're just hoping and praying on a label to do something for you that
Never
they
gonna happen.
dreams, not only are they not going to do it, but that's going to prevent you from doing the things that you're wishing every day that they're doing for you. So that's like like, oh man, my label is supposed to be promoting my video, but they don't do it. So then you just keep saying that day in, day out, instead of doing the work and promoting your own stuff. So
Right.
that's another thing to think about, is like, don't let the situation you're in define what you do every day. Just try to figure out a way to get your music to new people. Like anyone can do it. I tell new artists this all the time. It's just like send your music to people every day, whether that's on your break at work, on your commute, when you're just chilling on the couch watching TV. You can be on your phone just sending people
Sending music.
songs, and that's how you do it. Like it's just every day.
That's great. Now, you do the music thing, but what would you be doing if you didn't do music? Like, like if you didn't do no, make this Jordan Belfort song, none of that. What would you be doing right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I was already like in school. I was in college when Jordan Belfort blew up. I was down in New Orleans at college, and so I took some time off from school for that. And I always thought that I was gonna have like a business type of job. I never thought that I would be able to do anything creative with my life. Like I was always interested in like doing something creative, or like being like a gamer or this, but like I
Okay.
like I always thought I would just take this path of like do something business, like like try to like make money and just be straight with that. But then but like I was always trying stuff, so I would always like I did YouTube videos in high school. Like I made all types of different YouTube videos and stuff. And then I used to make gaming videos like back in the day, like Call of Duty, like sniping videos.
Okay.
So I was
Okay. You was one of those guys, huh?
yeah. I was
Oh, okay.
I was nice with that, and I was actually pretty good on that. Like I had like 10,000 YouTube subscribers, and then I quit that and like started making music with Wes, who was like one of my homies. Like we would just make music, and that's when Jordan Belfort blew up. So after Jordan Belfort blew up, I started to realize like, oh damn, maybe I could do something like creative, and I made some good
Yeah.
money off that. But then like I decided to go back and finish my college because I had already done half of it. Like I had already put in that time and paid for half of it. So it's like I'm gonna finish the rest. And then I kind of like flowed back to this, like, all right, maybe I'll just be done with music. But one day it just hit me like I don't give a shit about all this bullshit. All I want to do is make music, and I'm just gonna
Right.
make this shit work. So I decided, I just had to boss up and make it work. And so I started reinvesting my money from Jordan Belfort into like different things, and mainly into cryptocurrency, right? And that's a big part of my story, is like I took that money from Jordan Belfort and invested in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I had a big win with that, and that's what led to
Yeah,
my
you definitely did, bro. Because Bitcoin went through this roof right now.
yeah, it's crazy. So I mean, it's awesome. I really did know this was coming, and the evidence is on Spotify and SoundCloud and Apple Music and everywhere. I mean, like I've just been since 2019, August 2019 is when I first dropped Crypto Rich. And like even before that, I've been talking about cryptos on Twitter and everything. So it's great to see all this coming full circle. And like, it's awesome to have your platform as well to just tell your people about this, because, I love sharing my story. And I think a lot of people like see my music, and they wouldn't really understand the story with Crypto Rich and everything.
Right.
But really, I just feel like, I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm just out here trying to make a way. And I think, cryptos and all this, investing, and even the stuff that's going on with Robinhood, it's just exciting for the individual investors like me or you who could just be at home, you know, using our phones to try to make
Yeah, to
some
get
money,
money. Yeah.
just a little bit, try to do something. Like that's, you know, that's how I started, and I think everybody can do it. And you know, it's just a matter of like, are you willing to put the work in? Whether that's promoting your music, whether that's researching different, you know, stocks and cryptos to buy.
Right.
You know, it's all possible now.
Definitely. So look, man, yo, you got a dope story, man. I checked out some of the music. You got dope music, you know, and we gonna spend it on here too, man. We definitely support. I mean, this is why I wanted to do an interview. I ran across your thing on YouTube, and I was like, yo, this is a dope story because, like, I'm a fan of the, you know, the Wolf of Wall Street movie. That was my shit right there.
Oh
So,
yeah,
but
all
this
time.
was dope, man. This is a dope conversation, man. I thank you. But before we get out of here, let people know where to find your music, where to follow you, and any other good stuff you want them to know, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on. It was great. It was great to talk to you, man. And we'll, you know, we got to do it again sometime. And I don't know if you guys ever do any types of live events and stuff, but we got to get
Yeah,
something
we
going
we,
in person,
we
right?
always we always do joints. You know, I'm right in Jersey. I'm right in South Jersey, so I always be over Philly. Some people that you chill with, I know them too. So we definitely going to link soon.
Yeah, 100%. We also got this new podcast studio out with Wes Walker that we got to get you guys to come through there maybe one time. I'll get in touch with you about that. But yeah, anyways, so my contact information, you can find me on itslit.org. You see the cap is lit, fire emoji. Go check out the merch and Famous Dill on all socials, Instagram, Famous Dill, just Dill on Spotify, Apple Music. Just look up Dill, DYL, and YouTube, same thing. So yeah, just hit itslit.org, cop that merch. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's dope. Okay, you got hoodies too. You got shirts. You got hoodies.
Oh yeah, we got hoodies. I actually just released a whole bunch of new merch. I got shipments coming in, like for me soon. So, but right now I've got this hat. I got some other stuff over there. I got a
Okay.
mug. Let's see. Yeah, but yeah, we got hats, we got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got album covers, all the album art. I'm adding all different types of stuff. If you go on my Instagram page, you can see like my different album arts. Like I got this one song, Aliens, that's been popping off lately, where I'm rapping about, you know, aliens and how the government's just hiding aliens from us and area.
But you know what's crazy with that with the rap you're doing, you're rapping about real shit that people are into right now. You know what I mean? Like with everything going on, like this is current events shit. So that's why it's popping like that. That's a dope. That's a little dope way to get get your music out there.
Hell yeah, man, appreciate it. Well, this was dope. And so you're gonna put this on YouTube?
It's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on the Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeart. It's gonna be everywhere.
Awesome.
It's gonna be not this week, but next week it'll be on all our radio shows. We do two radio shows in Atlanta, and then we do one in Philly. So I'll
That's
let you
awesome.
know. I'll send you the link and everything.
Okay, cool. Just let me know, and I'll make sure to post it everywhere for you guys as well. And yeah, let's clip out some of it too, so that I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
post
yeah.
it on my Instagram. Right? Like if you have any ideas when you're going through, and you want to just clip out something for me to post, or give me some ideas for Instagram posts, those always do real well. And I can do like Instagram and TikTok and tag you guys or whatever.
Word, yo, I appreciate that, bro, man. Yo,
Yeah,
thank you once again, man. I appreciate it. You already know, man. We gonna link, man.
yeah,
Definitely.
100%. Good
I
vibes.
definitely, man.
All
Peace.
right, here, bro.